Greetings. This is my first time doing this, but this is a replay of Total Annihilation Twilight on the map Hell on Earth. It was rebalanced a bit for the mod. It took away about half the metal. And, I mean, let's get into it. Up top, we have black as Magpie, red Twilight, light blue ChaoStorm, myself. On bottom, we have dark blue Setin. That's my dummy commander. But yellow is lethal injection. And tan is LC, Lord Chaos. So let's hop into it. Setin going vehicles. Still building up some resources. We got Magpie going air. And then myself and Twilight going vehicles. And then we have vehicles for Lord Chaos and K-Bots for lethal. Magpie started off with some Venoms to help control the center. We've got Setin going in for scouting. He probably saw the planes there and backed off. I sent a couple Jeffies out to control that for as long as they could, at least. Mostly to be a nuisance. Setin bringing his Jeffy back. Magpie moving to grab the center early. Meanwhile, down here we've got LC moving to expand north. Couldn't quite get that con. Setin expanding as well. Lethal getting a group of thuds ready to move out. Up top here we've got Magpie just reinforcing the center. Twilight getting a small scout army going, and then I'm just working on this this corner over here. We're coming down to grab these. A little push by all three of them. He did manage to take out those metal extractors down there. That was a bummer for Magpie. He just got him up. Looks like LC has an air plant now. Up here we've got me starting on an air plant, Twilight working on his resources, Magpie getting some bombers out. Magpie putting up a nice little defensive line on the front. LC getting some defenses in as well. Twilight making a big push. There's not much in the way until you go over here. Oh, that was real good. Hang on. So, I just caught that. Yeah, he actually self-destructed one of his Twilights because they leave an EMP when they die to lock down those forces. And looks like he's probably able to just take them out. Yeah, that was really smart. That could have done some good damage. Sorry, I didn't realize it slowed down so much. Looks like I got my air up. Magpie's over bombing this top area here, keeping them out. Twilight's got a K-bot lab going on the front lines. That really helps apply pressure, since they have more firepower per metal, I think. They build faster, so you can get numbers out, you know. They're good for slow pushes. So frontline K-bot labs can do wonders. He's also getting a second vehicle plant up. Magpie's got himself a K-bot lab. A little skirmish in the center here. They got his construction bot. They almost got that K-bot lab. That was close. Luckily, they kind of ran up and into the defenses. They got some of them, but it was probably the best place for them to go. Twilight losing no momentum and just moving his tanks through. Unfortunately, he's in between two commanders. That's never good. And outside of the commanders is lots of Jethros. He does manage to get into Setin's base and get a couple extractors. It's something, I suppose. It was pretty poor luck going right in between the commanders. And that's a lot of Jethros to run past, too. So let's see, I'm getting some anti-air up. Twilight's moving in with Pee-wees, it looks like. Magpie's resourcing up and expanding this little defensive line. He's grabbing these geos and putting advanced bots up. Lethal's really trying to protect this geo. It's actually really nice with the double teeth. You need artillery to hit that now. So if he can protect against artillery, then he can keep that geo. Putting defenses up in the center, that's also... I've never really seen that before. That's actually a good idea. Trying to see what was going on over here. Waited a little too long, it looks. Pretty heavily defended, I feel. And then you've got the gunships. So, what's going on down here? Oh, Setin actually has... It looks like he just got advanced vehicles up. Up north, Magpie's advance is down here. He's working on his advanced bots. Twilight's working on advanced bots as well. And I'm close to finishing my advanced vehicle. Definitely, looks like Magpie really focused on getting defenses up and protecting that center. Twilight's been pushing, and while I've helped push a little bit, I've focused mostly on teching up. And I feel like it's kind of the same over on the south side. Like Setin moved to grab resources and tech up quickly. You know, he's defended this area up here as well. And then we have LC and Lethal have really been pushing. Well, they've been pumping out units. They've been on the offense. And they pushed a few times. Now we have the defensive line up. I think, yeah, LC's been focusing a lot on units. Tyrant or Lethal has as well. And then Setin's kind of their infrastructure. They really need to get some defenses up. I know that Mag and Twilight are sending quite a few, so it's a little rough, but like a blocker and a guardian up around here might have solved a lot of their problems. Easier said than done, though. It's definitely easier said than done. If one of them focused on defenses instead of units, they may have been in a better place. This double commander, though. What more do you need? There's just two commanders shooting everything down. So, what do we got? I missed it, but LC did come up here with Sam with some gunships. Got these Geos out the way. So that definitely hit Magpie where it hurt, I'm sure. Well, he's still got quite a bit of energy, though. I just know Geos are like a 5 apiece, so... Twilight saying we're losing ground on the front line. Ever since the commanders got up here, we hadn't really pushed. Which, he's not wrong. I haven't really pushed. I was getting my tier 2 up. Making a move for this corner here. Or not. Moving down. Got a few extractors. Looks like Setin's got a tremor up. That might be nasty. Termites just eat flashes. Termites are really good. I don't play core much, but they're pretty nice tanks. Looks like I've got a few Lugers going on to clear out these Vipers and whatnot. They did have a Punisher up. I didn't see that. LC coming to intercept. Trying to beef up the air security down here so they don't come in and wreck it all again. See, now they finally, like I said, finally, but they had Vipers and whatnot, but they've got a Punisher up, which should help a bunch. Especially since there's a lot of K-bots rolling through here. But on that same note, I have advanced now, and best way to take out a Punisher is numbers or outrange it and have that possibility. I'm pretty sure Setin and I both gave them constructors. You got, yeah, constructor down here. LC is getting his resources up, and same with Lethal. Up here, you know, there's somewhere. Probably went down. Twilight's got his advanced up, and Magpie's is almost up. There's his little con right there. Twilight making a big push over here. Lots of flashes and fleas. I think he's trying to overwhelm the behemoth up here with numbers, but unfortunately it's got too many other things. We've got the Tremor, the Dragon's Maw, the Moho Exploiter, 2 Dragon's Maws, so small and weak units will just and they'll get destroyed. Those Dragon Maws themselves will just melt them. So they're starting to hold their ground a little more now. We were getting through here and there before, but now they've got some defenses up. They have a nice sized army kind of built up to intercept. The top over here is pretty well defended. What they need to do is start working on this defensive line, which is definitely not easy. Like, what are we at resource-wise? Twilight's got about 32 coming in. He's sucking stuff up. Lethal's got about 17. Magpie's got like 50. Setin's got, looks like 60. LC's got 20. I've got 45. And Twilight's just fluctuating, but about 40, it looks like. So we're definitely out-resourcing them at this point. Magpie came in with Banshees. Get rid of that Punisher. That'll... It's not good for them, that's for sure. So we not only have like these middle patches, but because we have the middle, I feel like we can more securely hold metal. Like, they can't get these patches. There's, well, they might have Twilights. No. Twilight's making a push down here. LC coming in with some Banshees up top. Doesn't look like Magpie's got much in the way of air defense. Yeah, he's just... He almost completely leveled Magpie's north. Looks like now he's really struggling with energy too. He just took that Geo away too, so that was good timing on LC's part. Making a big push. Luckily, we got these surrounded by Dragon's Teeth. Ooh, they have an Intruder. That's right. Intruders are mean. They're really armored. They can carry up to, I think, 25 units. I feel like he let it out a little bit early. If this HP is accurate, like, he could have gone... I mean, he put a big hole in it, but I feel like he could have gone a little bit further with it. He did do some good damage, though. Like, look at this thing. These things are mean. You need some tier 2 defenses to stop that. I really feel like, because it was almost full HP when he came in. He could have got back here. He could have unloaded it, you know, back here even, probably. He did get rid of a lot of those defenses, though. Twilight making a move on the north. There's a lot of stuff down here. We're slowly chipping away, though. A big K-bot push through the center here. Actually all AA. Looked intimidating, but not very effective. Trying to move in on this stuff, but I didn't have anti-air. There's just too much. You got the behemoth. I needed more numbers, really. Getting a Prude up. He's got a Moho Geo up. That's real nice. Magpie and Twilight making an artillery push. Magpie's got the Thuds. Twilight brought some AA and Fat Boys. LC trying to save his commander. Just a couple seconds too late. It's unfortunate. He almost had it too. The pom-poms, they work really great because not only are they AA, but they've got really nice range. And the damage to ground units, I mean, it's obviously not your first choice, but it can be a really good buffer. Magpie intercepting with some pyros. He now has 2 behemoths up, making it that much harder to get in. He's got a Screamer for the air. He's getting a Firestorm up, which is like a tier 2 Dragon Maw. He's got some plants back here as well. He's got level 1 air. He's getting 2 K-Bot labs up. Down here, still working on resources. Looks like Lethal's getting a gantry up. LC's got his advanced air going. Magpie, Twilight making a huge push to the south. Doesn't look like they brought air defense, but there are lots of numbers there. This is a really good push. They have, I mean, this is like their defenses right here. They really don't have much in the way of air defense either. Wow, that was loud. I'm trying to make a push for this top area. The longer I wait, though, every time I come back, there's more defenses. And they're still flooding in. They didn't bring AA, but the pyros aren't the worst against gunships. Those flames do catch those. Those flames catch those planes. Magpie retreating back, I think, because they're making a push up north. I've got some tanks ready to intercept. He's got his units collapsing on him. There's a Bertha up. Oh, yeah. I got a Bertha up. See if I can't shell him out. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm just hitting the pillar. Looks like they're getting some defenses put up back here. I'm really, like, I know... Like, it's the back area, but you should defend your base a little bit. I guess ours probably isn't any more defended, really. But we have defenses up front. You're scattered things here and there. Setin putting a Doomsday up down there. He also got a Punisher up. That'll help out. And a Viper for cover. Making another push up top. Trying to give him some air support against those brawlers. Looks like he's having them sit back. Letting the toaster do the work. Magpie, he needs to go. Didn't see that in game at all. Had no idea he was planning on leaving. He just left. I tried to move in with gremlins here. They're like stealth tanks, but unfortunately, like I could get past some of the stuff. I didn't have energy. I didn't have enough energy to cloak them for one. But even if I get up there, there's I hear nukes flying. Even if I get up there, there was probably too much defenses to really do anything. And yeah, Magpie decided to give me all his stuff. I'm trying to figure out. It looked like we shot the nuke. They had the anti. Trying to take out some numbers. Did I really take out those K-Bot labs? Oh wow. I didn't even know they were there. I was just trying to shoot for groups to get veteran status up. So at this point, I still have not realized that Magpie left. Moving in, hoping to do something with this group. But unfortunately, the Firestorm's just too much for like the weakest tanks you can buy. There's just a cone here, like it shoots this way, it shoots this way, and that shoots that way. It's a triangle of death. Lethal coming in with a big artillery push of all tiers. He's got the thuds, he's got Mortys, and then Shiva's actually just had the range increased. LC coming in with a spirit. Okay, that's nice. See, I wouldn't say they're doing a bad job at pushing. They're just out-resourced. Because they've got some good attacks going. They're just not making progress. Lethal has his gantry up. He's got advanced K-bots. Clearly. I think he's had that. Twilight is managing to push him back, but you come back here, you got the Doomsday. Looks like Setin's building up for another intruder attack. He's got a decent little army. Oh, I just sent a scuttle in. I forgot all about that. Scuttle. Yeah. I got tired of this corner and decided to just send scuttles in. Which are like cloakable. He's shooting us with Junos now. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Like, this is one of those games. Anyways, first of all, scuttles are like crawling stealth tactical bombs, like in cloak. They're not, you can see them on radar. But you cloak in, you walk up, you self-destruct, and it's like a mini nuke. They're really good for taking out defensive or just things you don't like. Patrol lines keep them at bay usually. You just need to hit that uncloak radius, or a targeting facility will also you'll target it, because yeah. Anyways, this is one of those games where like not every game ends up like this, where you have to pull out all the stops. You know, you've got a gantry on both sides. Like, not all games are this big, but they're like these are the games. These are the games I like, right? I like them all. But these are like the ones that you remember, where it's just a battlefield. Because some games it's not as much of a battlefield, it's more behind the scenes. You know, it's like chess behind the scenes. Like, you try this, it doesn't work. You try that, and you know, it ends up, you know, Berthas, nukes, chainsaws, Vulcans. I don't see gantry units much. He did use a Juno to take out this defensive, but luckily I had all of Magpie's builders and resources, so I was able to just get some stuff up. And I had the Razorbacks. I was able to use all these planes to speed build everything, really. So we did get rid of the resources in this corner. We just need to get over there now. Easier said than done. He still got the Juno. You see, he just took out the Razorback. They can be great defense. They're mostly meant for taking out defensive structures. They're really weak. I think he just, I don't know what just happened. The fighters might have taken it out. But I mean, they have great range. It was about right here, and they were able to hit the defensive line. It's just energy. It takes massive energy to create the shots, but they do decent enough damage. Finally had enough resources to save up for a good enough army to assault the Doomsday Machine. I hoped. And then the Brawlers, the Bombers, and the Spirits come in. Meanwhile, Twilight's got a large group of pom-poms. I think he was sending them up to help. I don't think he would have been able to get by the Firestorm and the, like, this little outpost right here. Yeah. You got the Doomsday's range is about here. I guess it's a kill spot. Lethal's got a nice little group. Shivas, Thuds, and Karganeths. Elsie's pumping out those Brawlers. And looks like he's going, Setin's going for armor down there. He's not building much though, so he's probably doing more up north. Setin's working on rebuilding this up here. I walked right into that Doomsday. Twilight almost. He got one Moho Mine, it looks like. Almost got the other two. Lots of planes here. Nice little army. I think he's gonna go assault the top there. I've got some requeaters, mobile nuke launchers. Can up a Bertha wall. Now all the wreckage has gotten in the way, so it's even harder to get to get to the Doomsday. I like this spread though. We should be able to get this Doomsday. I can only shoot one direction. LC bringing in the spirits. We did get the Doomsday. The spirits doing work though. And then he's got the brawlers come in. And he tries to push through here. Didn't go well though. Thank goodness for Magpie's resources. He was doing some good work up here. I'm so glad he had all these planes. I was able to really get some stuff done. I should have just did that myself, really. I could have done it, but with bees. He's probably doing it, yeah. Bees are a bit more efficient way of doing it. It's arm only, though. Speed it up a bit. Setin. Setin got a Necro up. That's smart. There's lots of stuff you can grab over here. Lots of gunships, man. Twilight going through the meat grinder with the zippers. He was yelling at me around this time like we need some more punch. We need some more punch over here. I'm not yelling, but it's like, well, I've got some stuff, but I kept running into the Doomsday. A big push from Lethal here. It's a nice little nice army here. It's definitely not little. Tried to intercept with my pyros. I think they just disappeared. Razorbacks did no better. LC keeping my vanguards at bay with those brawlers. I was trying to make it back to the AA. The Vanguard got spirited away. Oh yeah, and then they had a nice little push up here. Blaze and Venoms. I just got air defense, thank goodness. If they had done this earlier, we'd have been in trouble. I was expecting that. It happened once, it'll happen again. See, he's right here, building defenses. That was rough. I was really worried right there. I didn't know if my AA was gonna do enough, but I did go crazy with it. So we've got you know, just stuff everywhere. I was feeling pretty secure at this point. So I just started building fusions in the middle of nowhere. They started coming in with blades, chunking away at the defenses, creating holes. That was nice. He got the toaster. I think LC actually comes in with bombers right after. Yeah. You can see they're planning a push. Like, he's moving his forces in. They created a little hole right here. Here comes the LC to bomb some stuff out. Luckily, my construction vehicle survived. Also, I had started making things with a little more punch than Razorbacks. Twilight trying to move in on this corner. Setin pretty much rebuilt it all, so we kind of dropped the ball on that one. It's lots of stumpies. Setin and LC following behind. This is a big push. They needed this push. Because they took out those defenses there. I started speed building more. The Bantha Vanguard combo was just doing great, honestly. Because that was a scary looking push. Those was some big armies. We've got nukes flying, I can hear. Setin's trying to deplete our anti-nukes. Which he almost did. They should have... Like, he should have taken these blades. Like, he's even got quite a few right now. I feel like if he came in through right here... Okay, well, there's a lot of there's a lot of Ares right there. But if the Ares aren't there, like, I feel like if they had a little more information on all this, like, they could have come up here. There's definitely AA. But if he just kept flying, like, could have maybe taken some of this stuff out. There's some AA over here. So, I mean, probably would want to avoid there. But if they flew straight up, like, there's not much. There's some pulverizers. And I'm sure I don't even have freedom fighters right now. They could have come right up through here and just started chewing stuff up. Like, there's a couple flackers here and there, but the blades could knock those out pretty quickly. You definitely lose some, but you definitely do some damage. I got is that an Annihilator or a Penetrator? Oh, those are the Banthas, okay. I feel like he could have tried some scuttles. Like, it would have been kind of difficult to get through this, but we didn't have huge patrol lines or anything. He could have definitely scuttled away at our defenses. Even one scuttle. Like, once you get hit with one scuttle, you start taking precautions. And you have to focus on other things. Oh, he was putting up a buzzsaw. I don't know if scuttles would have been the best because we might have put walls up. And if the walls went up, their chances would have dropped even more because all this would be behind a big wall. I'm trying to think. But there's a lot going on. They had a decent army. I feel like if they posted them like around this geo, and the geo seems a little close. Where's the one over here? Okay, they're about the same. Oh, he's asking for like nuke targets. I feel like if they posted their army up around here and used that that force to set up a defensive line, they could have given themselves a chance to turn it around. It wouldn't have been easy, but especially like we were putting a lot of pressure on them. But we were putting a lot of pressure on them though. But I feel like if they would have been able to set up something here, they could have got a Juno up, and that Juno probably could have reached like 70% of this defensive line. It just would have had to be defended. Because, I mean, they have blades, they have black dawns, they have spirits, they have gantrines, they have the right tools. They're being out-resourced. They needed to find a way to give themselves time to overcome that. They needed to get rid of this middle stuff. Do we even have these spots? Okay, we have a couple. Old Moho Twilights, he's got those. I'm pretty sure this is about the end. I got Bolos up. I think Twilight's Bolos had ended it. He's trying to out-nuke them. Got the Bertha shooting down here. He's getting walls up, that's good. Twilight making a little zipper. He's got zippers, Fidos, and pom-poms. So he's got like close range covered, he's got air covered, and the Fidos give a little bit of range. They've got artillery range. And I move in to take out the top here. Setin looks like he was resurrecting my Banthas from earlier, but luckily I caught them before they were full HP. I know I killed this commander. Something killed that commander. He's got the Krogoth up. He put an end to my fun. Oh yeah. I think I was shooting at like where the planes were coming from. I just clicked some random dots. I guess I got lucky. He has 193 kills. He's getting requeaters up. Oh, yeah, there he goes. I just want to see it. Oh, they're pushing. I guess he wasn't. He was paying attention to this stuff. Yeah, there he goes. Twilight surrounded the Krogoth so he couldn't go anywhere, and I just had my penetrators pick it off. Sorry, I really wanted to see him. Like, they told me he got killed by the Bertha, but I was like, really? That's some luck. Moving down, they've still got a decent little force. I made an Orcone for the Krogoth, didn't need it. So I sent him to clear out up here and down. And there's Twilight's Bolos, the Bolo brothers. Bolos are tough. They don't have the most attack power of the gantry units, but they're tough. You should have tried to nuke them with these. I don't know if they have nukes, but... Well, it looks like he did try. They got a little close, though. The Bolo brothers are getting stuff done. LC bringing in the advanced bombers. Cleared it out. They even died holding hands. LC keeps, he's doing some good work with his, what's it called? Stiletto. It's an EMP bomber. I've been seeing that all game. I think he got shot out of the sky, though. There's still nukes trying to get through. Where's he at? He's like right here. That might have been him. And that's the game. There's not much left here. But yeah, I mean, hopefully I did a little better than terrible job of narrating it. Definitely missed some things, but there's a lot going on. So, hopefully you at least enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.